רדיו ג'יפה, עוד תחום הסטטות דסה.
Hi all, my name is Andrei Polyakov and you're listening to Tsutsisopeli podcast. Last time we discussed a topic about exchange programs, which is trending nowadays. By the way, thank you all for provided feedback, because one of our listeners gained an idea for today's podcast. And today we're going to talk about something that makes our study routine funny and easygoing. Welcome all to the second episode of Tsutsisopeli podcast, Memes in Students' Life. Memes nowadays are not just pictures for fun. In today's life, it is a voice of students, a great way for them to express their thoughts, emotions, and sharing the news. As for our guest, I am proud to say that it's going to be another exclusive interview today, because I'm very pleased to have a talk with an administrator of an Instagram page, GIPA Talks, which is a meme page for the whole GIPA University in Georgia. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to our podcast. How are you?
Thank you. I'm very okay, and I'm very happy that the audience will hear me.
Yes, and I will go with some questions.
So, nice.
The first one will be, why do you want to stay anonymous?
Well, I think it's very interesting to be anonymous because people think, who are they? What do they want from us?
Oh, even they?
Okay. Yeah, we're several people, by the way. So I think it's interesting that people don't know about us and don't know who is main people who do this. And I think it's interesting, and that's why we stay anonymous. There are very few people who know who we are, and there are no more, and they're all interested.
So you want to say me that no one knows who is
an
administrator?
No, I cannot say that no one knows. There are some people who know who we are, but mostly people don't know about us. And interesting is because there are a lot of people having ideas who it might be. They're like, oh, I think it's that person. Oh, I think that's not that person, and this is the person. And we have some funny situations when we were at GIPA's welcome party.
Okay.
And yeah, there were a lot of people saying that I am GIPA Talks admin. And we were laughing about that, by the way, because there were a lot of people saying that.
Okay, but you are the only person who knows who is an administrator.
Actually, me and
how many people know?
More friends. We're three.
Three, okay.
Yeah.
So, my next question will be, how did you get into this idea to create this page for your university? Can you tell me?
Actually, it's funny. Me and that, like, two of my friends were also into this. We were sitting in a cafe. It was summer. We didn't have anything to do. And we were talking about GIPA and about lectures. So I just remembered one of my favorite lecturers and made a meme about him. And it was so funny. We started to laugh very hard. And then, like, my friend said, oh, let's make a page to send this photo and let everybody see it. We were like, okay. And we made the page. And we just followed our friends. Then it came out that a lot of people started to follow us. And it was so surprising because we didn't really thought of doing something like that. And, okay, we thought of, but we didn't really thought that it would be successful. So that's the only story that happened to be the idea of creating this page.
So, okay. I think that now everyone in GIPA knows about the GIPA Talks page, even me actually, and I want to add that even though I understand literally nothing, because most of your memes are in Georgian language, but still it's funny. I can see the quality there and the funny side. Okay.
Yeah. not everyone knows, I think, because we don't have really much followers. But I think who knows it really likes us because it's funny, I think. And like even though you said thank you, that you don't understand anything, but you think it's funny.
Okay, great. So tell me, please, what do you think? Is it important to have a meme page for university? And if yes, then why?
Yes, actually, I think it's important. And it's important because it's the way to express our feelings toward lectures,
Exactly.
like despite this university life, like subjects and a lot of stuff to do. At the end of the day, we have something to laugh about, and it's based on our painful communication sometimes with lecturers. And we share our ideas with this. We share our feelings that I think is very mutual to everybody. And I think it's important. It's essential too. And it's very, very helpful in very many ways.
That's true. Actually, in my opinion, meme page is really important for university because
Hmm.
first of all, you can spread any kind of information,
Yeah.
and it's the great way for students to express their problems, opinions,
Yeah.
emotions.
Hmm.
As well, I think that it can be useful even for teachers because they can know what the students
We
think
feel about
about.
them, right?
Yeah, yeah, what the students think about their subjects, maybe what to
Hmm.
change or improve. So
Yeah.
I think that like the main topic, that meme page is not just about fun and
Yeah.
laughing. So great.
And plus, I can add that
Yes.
we are sometimes very useful because we're like a platform for students to share information. And even staff like coordinators, lecturers, sometimes give us information to post this for students to see it. So I think it's very essential. And actually, GIPA was in one of few universities who didn't have a meme page. So we were lucky to be the one.
So you was lucky to be an explorer of that.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so my next question will be, if you had any problems with maybe some memes from the university staff side or teacher side.
Actually, we were very frightened at first. We didn't really know how stuff like staff and lecturers will hear us, understand us, if they think that it's not funny and they don't want to do this, like stop doing this or something, if
Mm-hmm.
they will tell us. So we were really frightened, and we wanted to test, like texting some coordinators, like, do you have some ideas about this or about that, or can I steal this picture of you? But we were doing this because we just wanted to know how did they feel about us. And now we know that there are a lot of people who like us, like coordinators, staff, lecturers. There are a lot of lecturers following us, liking our pictures, even our lecturers who are with us now. Even we saw that they like our picture meanwhile of our working hour together. And it was very frightening at first, like not frightening, but it was a little bit scary.
Sure.
But now we know how they are feeling toward us, and we really like and appreciate that. Plus, we had one little problem when we started to doing this page. There were some stupid memes that our friends made, and we posted this,
Yes.
or some of us just posted that, and we were not really happy with that. So I think that memes were the ones that staff would not like. So we deleted them in 1 hour after we made the page, but
Mm-hmm.
still we didn't really like that meme. And now I think everything is going well. So mostly people like us, even staff and lecturers. So that's what we wanted when we first started to do this kind of thing.
That's great. And by the way, did you have any memes that were created by lecturers?
Oh, not yet, not yet.
But you're waiting for this, right?
But yeah, I think it would be just fine and very good. But we have memes created by other students, and they are texting us, sending these memes, and telling us, "Oh, we love you, and you're doing really great," and we're very happy about that. And we always post everything what like students are sending to us. But lecturers are just liking and commenting sometimes, so I think it's fine yet.
I think that they're actually enjoying your meme page.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope so. So, tell me please, the other side. What kinds of memes will never be published in your page and why?
Ooh, I think memes that might be some disturbing for others,
Mm-hmm.
or it has some very bad content, or it hurts someone's feelings. Maybe it will be some bad thing about lecturer or student or something. We will never post that actually. We never posted, and we will never post some bad sides of some subjects or some lectures. We just want it to be funny. And we will never post anything that will hurt someone's feelings. We will never do this. And plus, we will never post about students. Like, there are some people like sending memes about them. Just post about me, post about my best friend or something. And we will never do this. Actually, we're posting about GIPA and lectures and stuff only. So we will not post students, and we will never post some harmful memes.
Sure, I think that like memes that can be abusing for someone
Yeah.
can't be posted. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, please,
Yeah.
what is your favorite meme in your page?
Actually, as I said, we are 3 people in this business, and
Oh wow.
we like 3 of us have different favorite memes. My favorite is our economics lecture going through the lasers, because yes, he always used to point a laser at my eyes because I always used to use my phone at his lecture. Yeah, I think it was very funny. The idea of it is really funny for me. We just made it on occasion. Actually, I was doing this meme of Matrix avoiding the bullet, but then my friend, our admin of this page, said that it will be better. So we did this, and it was very funny. One of us loves that question is, when will we move to GIPA's new building? And then it said that it will actually never happen. And also one of our favorite is like me realizing that I passed logic finals and will never see the lecture again, because it was the most it was very frightening for us. This exam was so frightening that we could not imagine that we would pass the logic finals, and we found out that a lot of people are like us. Yeah, it was also very funny for us.
Great. So memes are really great way to express your emotions and problems, opinions. That's true. So please end the interview with the phrase from meme you like the most.
I think Big Brother is watching you.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you for today's interview. It was interesting and informative.
Mm-hmm.
And
thank you for having an interview with us,
yes.
and thinking that we're meaningful people.
You're doing a really great job, I think. So
Thank you.
wish you to take care of your page and keep going on making students smiling. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Thank you all for listening to Tsutsisopeli podcast, which runs with the help of Radio GIPA 94.3 FM. Also, you can find us on our SoundCloud and YouTube accounts with the name of Radio GIPA. All the links you can find in the description. Please leave a review, share our show, and stay tuned for our next exciting episode. Bye!
Radio GIPA, autre măstătă,